So here we are in City Skylines in our map, and we want to create an artificial lake. That can be a bit tricky. First of all, we want to go to a certain depth here, grab the level terrain. All we got to do here is right click to set the height and then left click to drag it out. If you have the Natural Disasters DLC, you will have the fresh water outlet, and that means we can create our lake. And it should, as soon as we unpause the game, there we go. And this will fill up pretty fast. Now, the problem is it will keep running, it will keep filling up, it will flood your city at some point. So what do? Okay, we go and we might think we'll get a pumping station and we'll pump out the unnecessary water so it doesn't overflow. But here's the thing. The pumping station is so good that it doesn't let the freshwater outlet fill up the lake. See how the water is gone already? Nope, doesn't work. So we need to turn that off. However, that will mean that this will overflow very soon, flooding our entire city. Now here's a little trick that we can use. And I first saw Juka Boa doing this, so massive shoutouts to you, my friend. Here, what we can do is if we level the terrain ever so gently, so get that slope going. Yeah, so just so it's like below the part where you want your river or your lake to be. And if you have the Natural Disasters DLC, you will also have the pumping service. Now, we want this pumping service to be placed very near to our lake, because what we're going to do now is we're going to grab one of those earthquake sensors again and place that here. As soon as the water gets high enough, this will show as flooded. Now, what the pumping service does, as soon as there's flooding in a building, it will send out a truck. We'll see that in just a moment. There we go. It says flooded. There is the truck. I'm leaving it on 3-speed, and it sucks up the water. So the truck is filling its water tank with the water. And the amazing part is you can just leave it like this. This is the height that your lake will have now, the water height. And what we can do now to get rid of that outlet a bit is just to grab some rock formations maybe, and just hide that bad boy as fast as you can. And since our pumping service is on the move all the time, it's very close to the lake here, we now have created our own lake. As soon as it starts to overflow, this part here, the pumping service will send a vehicle and it will drain the water to that height that is below this part right here. So you can play around with different things. You don't need to balance like, oh, we need 2 water outflows and 1 water pump, or we need 2 pumps and 4 water outflows to have this balance, because it never really works.